Hey everyone, I'm Alex and I run our brand studio team where we're constantly rethinking how to translate our campaign concepts into engaging social media content. Lately, everyone is talking about how AI can streamline creative workflows, so I wanted to pull back the curtain on how we turn long-form footage into snackable, social-ready clips. We're currently running pop-ups in major cities like New York, Tokyo, and London, and one of the biggest challenges is helping stakeholders visualize a concept as a living moment rather than just a flat mock-up. Historically, we would design something beautiful, drop it into static template mockups, and hope that our audience would bridge the mental gap between a sketch and the real experience. This approach works to a degree, but it lacks that crucial layer of authenticity, especially when presenting to operations teams who need to understand scale, movement, and human perspective. Everything changed for us when we realized we didn't need to spend hours in Premiere or hire a dedicated editor just to chop up our raw video footage. Instead, we started recording longer walkthroughs and candid on-site moments and feeding them directly into Vizard, which has been an absolute game changer for our speed. Here is the short version of our process. We upload a full event walkthrough, typically 6 to 20 minutes of raw footage, including interactions with our displays and general B-roll. Vizard's AI automatically scans the footage to identify moments that are emotionally strong or have high potential to perform well on social media. It then generates a set of ready-to-post clips in various aspect ratios, giving us back the time we used to waste on tedious timeline trimming. It's not magic without our input, but it provides the kind of smart assistance that lets us focus entirely on the creative direction of the project. For example, we once recorded a 10-minute pan of a street wall in San Francisco where we planned to install a new mural, just to test the visual impact. When we uploaded that raw clip, Vizard pulled out a perfect 20-second moment where a passerby paused to look, capturing that genuine human interaction we needed. It even added clean open captions and provided exported versions for TikTok, Instagram Reels, and a wider cut for YouTube, all in one go. We dropped those clips straight into our pitch deck, and suddenly our abstract idea read like a living, breathing moment instead of a static poster design. What I love most is how the AI balances surfacing emotional beats without stripping away the vital context of the environment. The ambient sound, the way light hits a surface, and the authenticity of a person noticing our work are all preserved, so the clip feels real. We also use this workflow to document product photography shoots and merch reveals, recording 5-minute reels that focus on specific items like a hoodie or a bandana. Instead of running a separate, costly product shoot for every angle, we let the AI pick moments where the fabric folds and the light shifts, highlighting the tactile quality. This has been incredibly helpful for selling our merch concepts to stakeholders who really need to see and feel the physical quality even over a Zoom call. We decided on this setup because our previous method of hand editing in professional software was simply not scalable when testing dozens of creative options across markets. We also steered clear of generic auto-edit startups that produced cookie-cutter, repetitive results, which is a death sentence for brands trying to stand out. While popular design tools are great for static mockups, they don't solve the problem of turning minutes of raw footage into multiple platform-ready videos. Vizard fills that gap perfectly by being tuned for long videos, selecting high-potential moments, and delivering platform-specific outputs effortlessly. It helps us maintain consistency with captions and branding, and the first pass is usually solid enough for a stakeholder review, saving us massive amounts of time. Beyond just clips, the scheduling and calendar features are incredibly practical for managing our social media output without needing to babysit posting times. We don't need to juggle multiple spreadsheets or upload interfaces anymore because the content calendar gives us a single, organized view for everything. We can reschedule, swap clips, or edit copy before anything goes live, ensuring the social team stays efficient and the brand message stays consistent. Our workflow is simple. Let the AI do the first pass, make small adjustments to the captions or brand cards, and then push them directly to the calendar. The entire loop for a batch of 10 clips, from the initial upload to the scheduled posts, often takes our team less than an hour of actual work. Now, traditional editing tools are still your best bet if you have a highly specific custom editing style or need complex color grading and visual effects. But for 80% of the social content that drives awareness and engagement, this AI-driven approach is way faster and helps us iterate across markets. Here are a few quick tips from our playbook. First, always capture longer takes, because the AI needs more context to find those truly natural moments. Second, keep the ambient sound in your recordings because footsteps, chatter, and background noise actually help the AI identify emotionally weighted clips. Third, Batch your similar shoots together, like a merch drop and an event recap, so the AI can pull the best mix of content from both sources. And finally, always review the suggested cuts before scheduling to ensure that the captions are perfect and your logo placement is exactly where it needs to be. We've had so much fun experimenting with this flow, and it's honestly improved how we share the work we're developing with the rest of the company. Instead of trying to convince people with boring static mockups, we bring them into the moment, which makes decisions faster and keeps our creative energy high. If you're a brand designer or social manager, I highly recommend giving this approach a try to see how much time you can save while boosting your output. Shoot longer, upload raw, let the AI propose cuts, tweak the details, and let the scheduling features do the heavy lifting for you. And hey, if you try this workflow, definitely tag the tool and share what you make, because we love seeing how others turn long footage into little surprises. Alright, that's it from me, and I'm really excited to see how other teams are using these tools to get closer to the real thing. We are creating lived moments that tell a story, and I honestly can't wait to see what you create with this process.